let's renovate this little tiny home in Tiny House Sim. Our speed build Sunday today is going to be in a different game than we usually do, but I thought I'd check it out for you guys. I'm currently going through the process of, selling all of the things so we can redecorate. I hope I did a good job, and you guys need to let me know in the comments if I did. This is very similar to House Flipper and the games in that sort of genre. I will be honest, I didn't super love the menu system. Or I just couldn't find the way to get it open. It wasn't very intuitive for me, honestly. And it took me a minute to figure out that you could place more than one wallpaper tile at a time. But we got there eventually, you'll see. If you haven't spoken to or been around me in the past sort of week or two, then you may not have heard. But if you've been around me, then you've definitely heard. I'm writing a book. I've started it. I had the idea for the story and made it into a concept album, which is now out on the channel. If you haven't found it already, there is a full 40-minute and some second video with all the songs in order, or you can find them all separately also on the channel. But I liked the story for my concept album so much that I decided to write it into a book. It is not anywhere near done yet. I'm about 10 chapters in. I'm halfway through chapter 10. It's taken me about a week and a bit, like maybe a week and a half by the time you're seeing this. Although hopefully I will finish chapter 10 today and move on to chapter 11. I'm honestly, by my standards at least, I am zooming through this. I don't know how many chapters it will be. But the chapters are mostly pretty short, so I'm hoping it's kind of like friendly for people like me who struggle to read, and then they're like, okay, I'll just manage one chapter and then I'll feel like, yeah, I've done something, because the chapters are going to be nice and short, so that'll be easy to do. But yeah, I'm wishing through it, and I'm trying to figure out about like how far through I am. I think I'm maybe like a quarter of the way through it. When I finish chapter 10 or 11, I think it's going to be about a quarter of the way. A lot of it, I think, is going to be stuff that wasn't in the songs, to kind of, if you read it and then listen to the songs, it will give the songs a lot more context, which was kind of like the main, not purpose of it, because the main purpose of it was to get my story onto a piece of paper, but also like, the songs exist and they're to tell the story. I felt like a novel could do a better job of giving more detail, more context, more emotion to it, that you can only get so much into like a 2 to 4 minute song. And as much as I think I really like the songs and I feel like they convey the emotion quite well, there is a lot of stuff listening back while I'm writing the book that I'm like, oh, this kind of like isn't obviously happening. Like there is context missing here, and like it does not become obvious. Obviously I know in my head, so like I hear the lyrics and I understand what those are talking about, but to someone who doesn't know the story, it may not be as obvious. It's just a cool song with funky lyrics and sick rhymes. Not to hype myself up too much, but yeah, so I'm giving it more life. I'm providing more life to the story, to the characters. I have to actually give them names. So I've got the two main characters, well, the main character and the love interest, who kind of like is the main character. Like we see things from his perspective, but it is mostly about Alara. But they've got names. They're Alara and Orion. And every time I go to write Orion, I keep thinking I'm writing onion, and I like have to like look at it 3 times and spell check and everything, but I'm spelling it right most of the time. I'm just like, no, it doesn't say onion, calm down. And yeah, that's the vibe. That's what's going on with that. I still have to name the princess. I have to name the sea captain. I used a name generator to get the names for 3 of the royal guards that are coming and assisting them on their first big quest. Well, I suppose the second big quest. After the first one, after they slay the dragon. There's dragon slaying. There's questing up a mountain. There's a runaway princess. There is a kraken and a sword fighting lessons aboard a pirate ship. I mean, not a pirate ship. We're totally not saying it's a pirate ship, but in my mind it's a pirate ship. And yeah, law-abiding people who are just smuggling the princess out of the country. It's fine. Not pirates at all. But they're gonna do some sword fighting lessons or some dancing lessons. There's gonna be both of them, but when I envisioned the sword fighting, it was on a beach, so they might stop, do a little port call, is that the right word? And then do the sword fighting lessons on the beach while the crew are dealing with whatever business they came to this port to deal with, and then we can do dancing lessons on the boat. I don't know. I'm gonna have to research how to teach somebody to dance, and I'm gonna have to research how to teach somebody to sword fight, because while I can envision those things in my head, I don't exactly know how to describe those things, and I'm gonna have to figure it out. So stay tuned for that book coming out and you can see. But okay, big spoilers. I am putting the dancing in as a thing to push push Alara and Orion together when they're kind of trying to just be friends. I'm gonna push them, keep tugging them together. The universe wants them to be together, kind of stuff. And the princess kind of wants them to be together, and it's I'm a little matchmaker. But so they're gonna have the dance lessons together, and then later on there's gonna be a ball, and they can dance at the ball together, and then it'll be full circle. I hope that makes sense. I think narratively that's quite cool. And it will also have this emotional struggle for them when they're dancing together, and it's romantic and shit in the moonlight, and then but they can't be together for silly reasons that have already kind of been made null and void. But stubborn people be stubborn people. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys like this. This is basically done. I'm just adding a few little bits and bobs in, I think, on the build side of things. I didn't, to the game standards, finish the build. So if you do get this game, there are goals and things, but I didn't. I just wanted to decorate. There is a free sandbox mode, whatever it's called, and that probably would have been more of a safe bet for me, but I didn't do that. So this is what we're left with. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this little dive behind the scenes of my book writing and the story that is to come. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!